There have been many famous tanks throughout history, each with its own name and reputation. Some examples include 1M1 Abrams. This is one of the most famous tanks in the world and is currently the main battle tank used by the United States Army. It was named after General Creighton Abrams, who served as the Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army from 1972 to 1974. Tiger I. This was a German heavy tank used during World War II and was one of the most feared tanks of its time. It was named the Tiger because of its strength and power and is still remembered as one of the most iconic tanks in history. 3 Challenger 2. This is the current main battle tank used by the British Army. It was named after the Royal Armoured Corps Challenger series of tanks, which have been in service since the 1980s. 4 T-34. This was a Soviet medium tank used during World War II and is considered one of the most important tanks in history. It was named after its year of design, 1934, and is credited with helping the Soviet Union win the war on the Eastern Front. These are just a few examples of famous tanks throughout history, each with its own unique name and legacies. And there are some additional famous tanks, and their names are as follows. 1 Sherman tank. This was the primary tank used by the United States during World War II. It was named after General William Tecumseh Sherman, a Union Army general during the American Civil War. 2 Panzer IV. This was a German medium tank used during World War II and was one of the most widely produced tanks of the war. It was named after its predecessor, the Panzer II. 3 Centurion tank. This was a British main battle tank used from the post-World War II era up until the 1980s. It was named after its entry into service in 1945, which coincided with the centenary of the British Army's Royal Tank Corps. 4 Leopard 2. This is a German main battle tank that has been in service since the 1970s. It is named after the leopard, a large and powerful feline that is known for its speed and agility. 5 T-72. This is a Soviet-era main battle tank that is still in use by many countries today. It was named after its year of design, 1972, and is known for its durability and reliability. These tanks, along with many others, have played important roles in military conflicts throughout history and have become iconic symbols of military power and technological advancement. Which tank was the most effective in battle? It's difficult to determine which tank was the most effective in battle, as each tank had its own strengths and weaknesses, and their effectiveness often depended on the specific circumstances of the battle. Additionally, advancements in technology and tactics have made it difficult to compare tanks from different eras, as the capabilities of tanks have evolved significantly over time. That being said, some tanks are considered to have had a significant impact on the outcome of certain battles or wars. For example, the Soviet T-34 tank played a critical role in the Eastern Front during World War II and is considered by many to be one of the most effective tanks of the war. Its sloping armor, wide tracks, and powerful 76mm gun made it well suited for the harsh terrain and combat conditions of the Eastern Front. Similarly, the German Tiger I tank was one of the most feared tanks of World War II due to its heavy armor and powerful 88mm gun. It was particularly effective in defensive situations where its firepower and armor could be used to repel enemy attacks. In modern times, tanks like the M1 Abrams and the Leopard 2 are considered to be among the most effective main battle tanks in the world, with advanced armor, firepower, and mobility capabilities. Ultimately, the effectiveness of a tank in battle is determined by a variety of factors, including its design, technology, crew training, and the specific circumstances of the battle.